LeBron James was taking a shot at Ntilikina or you thought he was taking a shot at Phil Jackson, LeBron James just keep his mouth shut about the Knicks.
Agreed.
You know, this is another team. It's another franchise. He doesn't play for it, never wanted to play for it, wants to either stay in Cleveland or go to Miami or go back to L.A. or whatever. He's never really all he's ever wanted to do, and rightfully so, if I were him, I would do the same thing, is beat the Knicks on the basketball court. And certainly the last 10 minutes of the game, he shut up because the first 10 minutes of the game, he did nothing. But what I like is I like the fact that Enes Kanter.
Enes.
It's Ennis.
Enes.
It's Ennis.
Enes.
Ennis. It's Enes Kanter. And what I like about it is that, you know, here is a guy that basically is not going to back down. And why should he back down from anybody? Given what he's dealing with in his personal life, and for people who don't know what he's dealing with in his personal life, he's in an all-out war, basically, with, I guess, the president or the prime minister, whoever, of Turkey. They will not show Knicks games in Turkey and everything else. They've banned, basically, Enes Kanter and his political leanings in Turkey. And, I give this guy all the credit in the world. So I think he's really found a home here. And I know it's early in the season. The guy is better than I ever thought he was going to be, whether it be, you know, scoring or rebounding, being the team leader, being unselfish with the basketball. This game just got a little bit crazy towards the end, and the Knicks lost their way. I am not in any way, shape, or form disappointed by the fact that of their performance last night. I thought they showed a lot. I saw the 19-year-old French kid kind of stand up to LeBron James for whatever reason. So LeBron can say whatever he wants. The players themselves are reacting to LeBron because even after the game, Enes Kanter basically said, you call yourself the king, the queen, the princess, whatever you want to call yourself, fine. You're not coming into my house, and you're not going to disrespect my team. I love that. And I think he was probably inspired because a whole bunch of New York Rangers were at the game last night.
Oh, good Lord.
And I think he probably got inspired by seeing the boys there. And
he doesn't even know who they are.
No,
Stop
he knows who they are.
Stop
and
it.
those guys
He's
were introduced last night. Everybody's all jacked up. They've won 6 in a row. I don't know. Maybe I think that's what happened last night. But anyway, be that as it may, the first 5 minutes of the game and the last 5 minutes of the game, the Knicks kind of got out of who they were, and I think that's why the game was lost.
I'll tell you where the game, there were a couple places where the game was lost, but how about the defense? And we'll get back to LeBron in a second because, again, his antics were garbage. But how about the defense he's playing on Porzingis?
Well, he was all over him. I mean,
he would not let him get a shot off. Now, in one case, it worked out because the loose ball was kicked out for 3, and they ended up with a three-pointer. But, you know, when you go back to the stuff with Ntilikina, you know, he shouldn't open his mouth because he was so offended that Phil Jackson was talking about him and the way he was talking about him.
That's between him and Phil Jackson.
Right.
Go talk about
that
Phil
stuff
Jackson.
Is now in the past. Why are we taking shots? Who cares? Move on. And to go after a 19-year-old kid makes no sense. And, oh, by the way, walk away. Can you get out of the kid's way? And good for Ntilikina for shoving him and moving him out of his way.
I know the Knicks fans loved it.
They should love it. And as a basketball fan, I'm sitting there saying, LeBron James, you look like the villain.